We have lots of sports to cover, so let's get right to it. After dropping a game early in the week to Crown, the Jackets softball team picked up wins in the doubleheader versus North Central on Wednesday. In Game 1, Taylor Kramer pitched her first career no-hitter in the 21-0 shutout in 5 innings. Then in Game 2, Allison Luma also pitched her first career no-hitter in the 9-0 win. On Friday, it was Day 1 of the UMAC crossover. The team rolled over Minnesota Morris 15-1 and Crown 13-1, both in 5 innings. Taylor Kramer, Luma, and Emma Pillon limited the Cougars and stormed to just 3 hits and struck out 6. Lily Hansen went 5 for 6 with a double, 3 runs scored, and 2 driven in. In Day 2 of the crossover, the team started the day defeating North Central 12-4 in 5 innings. Then versus Northwestern, the Jackets were trailing 4-3 going into the bottom of the 6th inning before the 2-hour and 17-minute weather delay. Tiffany Kirk would hit it to the right field, allowing Taylor to score, tying the game at 4, but the Eagles would walk it off to get the win 5-4.
On Monday, the softball team faced off with Northwestern, and they would earn a split after winning the first game 7-1, followed by the second game they would lose 7-11. Big notes as Zoe Thompson hit another 2-run home run in that first game. Then Tuesday versus Northland, the team cruised to 2 wins, winning Game 1 11-8 and 16-3 in the second game in 5 innings.
The baseball team returned to the field Sunday and split with Martin Luther in the doubleheader. In Game 1, the Bats were hot, scoring 17 runs and 18 hits in the 17-4 win in 7 innings. The Jackets scored every inning but the 5th and 7th. Isaac Fuger was 2 for 3 with a double, 3 RBIs, and a run scored. Game 2 was a different story as the Knights scored the game's lone run in the bottom of the 3rd. Riley Harbaugh struck out 4 after throwing 88 pitches in his first collegiate complete game. The third and final game between these two teams has been postponed until a later date.
The baseball team won 2 games coming from behind in both of those against Northland on Tuesday. In the first game, they would have to play 11 innings, and they would get a walk-off single to win it 9-8. Then in Game 2, the Yellow Jackets found themselves behind again, but Bryce Flanagan's 2-run home run in the bottom of the 3rd helped the Yellow Jackets maintain a lead and keep that lead through the end of the game, winning 9-3.
Track and field competed at the Phil Easton Challenge at UW La Crosse over the weekend. For the women's team, Nicole Koski finished 8th in the steeplechase. Jenna Scanlon was 11th in the 5,000-meter run. Leanne Gao was 15th in the 100-meter dash, and Kasha Hewlett was 15th in the hammer throw. The men's team finished 10th overall, collecting 19 points, as Michael Butterfield was 4th in the 5,000-meter run, and teammate Connor Nelson was 10th. Gage Stankiewicz was 6th in the shot put. The men's and women's golf team began their spring schedules over the weekend, starting with the men's team at the St. John's Spring Invitational, where they finished in 16th place. Ian Bundy shot 14 over par 85, leading the way for the team, and finished in a tie of 62nd overall. The women's team competed at the Pioneer Invitational, hosted by UW Platteville. The team finished in 5th place overall. Allie Busick finished 15th overall. Kenzie Tura led the team with 95 to finish in 17th place overall.
The men's golf team won the Yellow Jacket Invitational at Spooner Golf Club on Wednesday after firing a 48 over par round of 332. Winning the Invitational over the other 4 teams. The women's golf team finished 4th in the Yellow Jacket Invitational, also at Spooner Golf Club on Wednesday. Allie Busick shot 27 over par 98 to finish 17th overall.
Both the men's and women's tennis teams were successful in dual matches with Bethany Lutheran and Minnesota Morris. For the men's team in the tight 5-4 win over the Vikings, it was Jace Gilbertson who won both his doubles and singles matches. And Carter Lamont battled in his singles match to get the final point to win over the Vikings. The men's team also defeated Minnesota Morris 8-1 on Saturday. With the win, the team moves to 11-5 overall and 5-0 in conference. For the women's team, they took 2 out of 3 doubles matches and swept singles to defeat the Vikings 8-1. Lanny Zern and Shelby Hansen dominated their singles matches, not letting their opponents take any games. Then versus Minnesota Morris, the Jackets shut out the Cougars 9-0 by sweeping all matches in straight sets.
The men's tennis team played a tight match versus Northwestern on a breezy Wednesday evening. They would go 2-1 in doubles, but then it would come down to singles to win it all. As Jace Gilbertson would play a tight second set versus his opponent to clinch the 5-4 victory. On the women's side, they gained their first loss of the season, losing to Northwestern 7-2. Victories on the day would come from Maya Calloway in singles and Megan Dulong also in singles.
A big thank you to those who donated on the Day of Giving. Your contribution helps our student athletes have the best experience with Yellow Jacket athletics.